Hey Derp Nation, how's it going? Is that Derpy Smiler here coming at you with Danganronpa 2. Yep, this is a brand new class of 16 reality stars come here trapped inside a school, a college per se, and they have to kill each other. Let's see how it goes. Here's who we have. Ashley Mitchell, Bailey Dayton, Christopher Williams, aka Swaggy C, Cody Calafiore, David Alexander, Esther Falana, Haley Broucher, Jordan Wise, Justin Sheeman, Krista Devona, Kyle Christie, Laurel Stuckey, Leo Rush, Louise Hazel, Matt Lapp, and finally, Sophia Swiscombe. So, that's who we have for this second season of Danganronpa. Now let's see who dies and gets executed. We are guaranteed to execute the killer. Don't remember how many survivors I put for this one. I believe last one we had 6. Bodies found. Swaggy C. An investigation begins to discover clues about the killer. Alright, following the investigation, the survivors vote who they suspect the culprit is. Ashley votes for Jordan. Bailey votes for Krista. Cody votes for Laurel. David votes for Bailey. Esther votes for Kyle. Haley votes for Justin. Jordan votes for Esther. Justin votes for David. Krista votes for Ashley. Kyle votes for Leo. Laurel votes for Ashley. Leo votes for Cody. Louise votes for Leo. Matt votes for Jordan. Sophia votes for Kyle. Let's see who did it. There is a tie for the most votes between Ashley, Jordan, Kyle, and Leo. One of them will be randomly selected, and Kyle is selected, and he was the killer and is executed. Using the Danganronpa V2 music that you're hearing right now. So 2 are gone, Swaggy C and Kyle. Let's continue. Body is found. Cody! Another one is found. Leo! An investigation begins to discover clues about the killer. Following the investigation, survivors vote who they suspect the culprit is. Ashley votes for Bailey. Bailey votes for Haley. David votes for Louise. Esther votes for David. Haley votes for Krista. Jordan votes for Sophia. Justin votes for David. Krista votes for Laurel. Laurel votes for David. Louise votes for Bailey. Matt votes for Justin. Sophia votes for Esther. David received the most votes. He was the killer and is executed. David killed Cody and killed Leo. How can you do it? That's 3 more out of the way. None of the girls have died, nor have been executed. But will that still stand? And I stand corrected immediately. A body is found. It's Louise. An investigation begins to discover clues about the killer. We're already in chapter 3, so the class trial will begin soon. Following the investigation, the survivors vote who they suspect the culprit is. Ashley votes for Sophia. Bailey votes for Laurel. Esther votes for Laurel. Haley votes for Laurel. Jordan votes for Laurel. Justin votes for Laurel. Krista votes for Ashley. Laurel votes for Bailey. Matt votes for Laurel. Sophia votes for Krista. And it's obvious who it is. I can kiss my words because this chapter, a girl was killed and executed. Laurel received the most votes. She was the killer and is executed. Alright, so we have said goodbye to Swaggy C. We have said goodbye to Kyle, Cody, Leo, David, Louise, and Laurel. Now we have these 9 right here. Let's see who's next. A body is found. It's Ashley. An investigation begins to discover clues about the killer. Following the investigation, survivors vote who they suspect the culprit is. Bailey votes for Jordan. Esther, Haley votes for Jordan. Jordan votes for Haley. Justin votes for Sophia. Krista votes for Sophia. Matt votes for Jordan. Sophia votes for Matt. And Jordan receives the most votes. He was the killer and is executed. That kill feel like it felt personal. Because I don't think Jordan actually really likes Ashley anyway. So, yeah, you know, it makes sense. Especially after their debacle in one of the worlds too.
You can't get the cargo. You said the cargo thing.
Also,
wait a minute. Do you know?
If you want to keep bringing it up, we can go, baby. Because I don't say.
Wait.
Anyway, let's see what happens now. Body is found. It's Esther's. An investigation begins to discover clues about the killer. Following the investigation, survivors vote for who they suspect the culprit is. Bailey votes for Sophia. Bailey votes for Krista. Justin votes for Krista. Krista votes for Haley. Matt votes for Sophia. Sophia votes for Haley. There is a tie for the most votes between Haley, Krista, and Sophia. It didn't feel like that. One of them will be randomly selected. Krista is selected. She was the killer and is executed. Everyone else escapes. Let's take a look at who escapes. So Justin, Matt, Sophia, Bailey, and Haley, the 5 survivors, all escaped. Over here is a quick rundown of what happened. So Swaggy was killed. Kyle killed him. Cody and Leo were killed. David killed them. Louise was killed. Laurel killed her. And so on and so forth. Ashley was killed. Jordan killed her. Esther was killed. Krista killed her. With Bailey, Haley, Justin, Matt, and Sophia surviving. So those are the survivors for this. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you give a like and subscribe. After this month, these Grand Seal videos won't really be coming back unless you guys clamor for it. So if you guys want more, let me know. Anyway, peace out.